Good morning, everybody. You are back with the Barlow Queen. We are going to make an Oreo cheesecake today. But before we get started, do you notice my apron? Let's see if you can see. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? It is, because it's the cutest thing I have seen.
Cutest thing I've ever seen is right here.
Go.
Oh, what?
Go.
It's not that kind of show?
It's not that kind of show.
Oh.
So, my good friend Mangus over at Wicked Blades, this is his sticker. Since I am the Barlow Queen, this is my knife buddy. He sent me this and matching pot holders. And they all match me in my apron. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm over the moon excited. I just love things like this, and it's the perfect green, and you did amazing. So, shout out to you. I'm just tickled pink. So, jumping into what we're going to do today, we're making the crust first of this Oreo cheesecake. I have my oven preheating to 325. I've already put 24 Oreo cookies in my little processor. I guess I could have showed you. This is what I use, and I do have a food processor, a big one, but if I'm just doing a cheesecake, I use one of these. It's got a little blade in it. You get it from Walmart. They're cheap, they do the trick, and I love them. So it's just so convenient to pop it out, do what you need to do, and put it back. So I have 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I just melted in the microwave. So it's just melted butter. I just like to stir it a little bit. Now for my pan, the recipe states to take heavy duty aluminum foil and wrap it around your pan. So I have done that. I took 3 different strips of my heavy duty aluminum foil and wrapped them around. And then it says spray with cooking oil, so I did that. So here is the Oreo crumbs. I'm going to mix in my butter. Make sure I get every last drop of butter because, you know, butter makes everything better. And we're just going to stir that in really well. My kitchen's kind of a hot mess, so if y'all see some dirty dishes in the background, just ignore it.
I'll get them. I'll get them.
Yeah, my dish fairy is going to be working on them, but if you're a part of the knife community, you know we've got Ellaville coming up. So I just made 300 peanut butter cookies. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. We've got company coming in this week for hunting, so I had to go ahead and get my cookies done. So I've got them frozen, already baked and everything, cooled 100%, and then frozen in individual bags. So that's what I've been doing. So as you can see, I've got all this stirred in real well. So I'm just going to dump it in my pan here. Abigail. Let's see. I promise my hands are clean.
We gonna tell them about the first 100 people, or are we gonna wait? That's a wait.
I'm going to spray my hand with some cooking spray because I'm a little worried about this Oreo sticking to me. Yeah. Guess I should have thought this through when this is my hand that don't work. Do me a favor, babe. Will you get me a measuring cup out of that middle drawer? flat bottom. We're going to improvise. Okay, so I'm going to spray the bottom of this and see if I can use this to flatten that out. Me and my friend at work were talking about desserts, and she's like, I don't think I've ever had your Oreo cheesecake. So, of course, I had to remedy that. So I'm just kind of, yeah, this works way better than my non-working hand. We're just going to press these crumbs down and make a crust. And like I said, I've got the oven on 325. We're going to bake this said crust for 12 minutes. I'm just going to make sure it's pretty good and level. So if you have a hard time when you're doing these kind of things for the Oreos to stick to your hand, spray your hand with non-stick cooking spray, and if that don't work, take this trick. And then the bottom is great. So I'm going to show you. So I've got it all pressed down good. I'm going to pop it in this oven. We're going to set the timer for 12 minutes. And then I'll get right back to you. All right, everybody. We are back. I have taken out my crust. It baked for the 12 minutes. So I have 3 blocks of cream cheese and 1 cup of sour cream in here. So let me see if I can tilt this. So I have mixed it, see, till it's light and fluffy, just to save some time. And so to this, we're going to add in 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So I'm going to pull my bowl back up. And I like to do mine in sections. So we're just going to keep beating until smooth. So I just kind of slowly add mine. And I will tell you, if you're making a cheesecake, as much as I hate to say this, do not buy store brand. It will not come out as good, I promise. You're going to have to use the Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm all about saving money when you can, but don't skimp on cream cheese. Not if you're giving it to other people. Alright, so now I've got 3 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. So we're going to just kind of start dropping them in one at a time and mixing. So I just kind of wait till the orange is gone, the color tint, and then I'll drop the next one. And this cheesecake actually goes pretty fast. That's 3. I got 2 more to go. And I do normally use my hand mixer, but since this recipe specifically says a stand mixer is why I'm using this one. So I had to make Harold get it out for me because it's too heavy for me to lift. Alright, the last one's going in. I'm going to let that mix, and then I'm going to stop it and just kind of scrape the sides down a little bit. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't have any goodies that aren't getting mixed in. And this is with the whisk attachment, in case I didn't tell you that. Oh, and what I was saying earlier about my wonderful apron that I'm in love with, my husband said that Mangus's wife makes these. So, shout out to her if she's who created this gem, because I'm so excited. So, that's awesome. And I apologize for not saying that earlier, but I did not know. Alright, so I'm going to mix it another minute because I just scraped it down. Okay, so now we're going to pour in a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. So I did really good not to spill that. And it says just mix it till it's incorporated into the batter. And that looks good to me. And then I think we're just going to add in, fold in the Oreos. So I'm going to show you this. I thought I dropped a drop, but I don't see it. So this is your batter. It's nice and creamy. So I got a family size Oreos, and the crust, we used 24 of the Oreos and pulsed them up. So I took what was left. It says 16, and there might have been 18. I don't know. But we don't just eat Oreos, so I just chopped up the rest, and I just break them with my hands. It says coarsely chopped. And we're just going to stir these in. And then we're going to just pour this batter into our crust. Yep, looks good to me. And it looks like it is coming straight up to the top of this springform pan. Can you see? Let me see. Let me see if you can see. Yeah. So, let me pick this up. So it came slam to the top of this. So what we're going to do is we are going to put this into this pan, because you're supposed to put it in a large dish to cook it in the oven, because you're going to pour some water up the sides, and I could not find anything that this would fit in. So we're going to do it like this. Okay, and I just set it down. That's kind of in my way, but I just set it down inside, and it says to put hot water up 2 inches, and my sink gets really hot, so I'm not going to boil my water on the stove. I'm just going to get my hot water going. in the sink. So I'm going to take just a couple minutes to heat the water up, and then I'm just going to set this. Let me see. Honey, can you come move this for a second? I'm going to set this onto my oven rack, and then I'm going to get a bowl or something to put the hot water in, and then you're just going to pour it on this, you know, between the side. I need to move this because it's just in the way.
By the way, I'm Honey when she needs something. It's just Harold any other time. You know what I'm saying?
You lie through your teeth. You're Honey all the time. There, get it where you can see it. So we're just going to pour some hot water around here and to come up about 2 inches. So that's why the aluminum foil is wrapped around the springform pan so that the water doesn't seep inside. Okay, so once I get the water in here, let's see what it says. We are going to bake it for 80 minutes. And if the top gets too brown, then we can cover it with tin foil. After 80 minutes, we're going to turn the oven off, but allow the cheesecake to sit in there for 30 more minutes. And then remove, put on a cooling rack. So this is actually a labor of love too. So, wow. Okay. So I'm going to get this in the oven. I'm going to let it cook for its 80 minutes. Well, then I guess I might as well let it rest for 30 minutes. So what's that? 110? So in about 2 hours, I'll be back. Thanks. Hold on. Alright guys, my timers just went off for the 30-minute in the oven with the heat off. So, we're going to see what we see. Whew. Now, I will tell you, I did cover mine with tin foil when I had 25 minutes left, because it was getting too done to me. So, as you can see, some of the cheesecake did get on my tin foil, so I've got a little bit missing. Let's see if you can see. So that is what my cheesecake looks like. So when it cools down enough that I can lift it out of here, I may have to have help, but I'm going to lift it out and put it on the cooling rack, and it says to run a knife along the edge, cool to room temperature, then cover it with tin foil, put it in the refrigerator for at least 6 hours before slicing. So I'm going to show you the recipe so you can copy it if you're interested. I'm not very steady, I know. Just freeze it so you can copy. And then here's the second part. So I have made this several times. It's just been a while. And I'm telling you, it'll be a crowd favorite. It is delicious. And so I'm probably going to have Harold lift that out. But once it cools, I'll wrap it in tin foil, put it in the refrigerator, and take it to work tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it was a lot of pieces put together since I had so many steps, but I hope you get the gist of how to make it. And if you make it, leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoyed it. I do promise you it is amazing. Anything with cream cheese and Oreos is amazing. But thanks again. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.